What's up, guys? It's Strategist, and I'll tell you one thing. When I ask you guys for something, you really do come through. Your comments and suggestions made this happen, and I think the investment was actually well worth it. You guys are 100% the reason why I was inspired and motivated enough to build Kagero the way she is now. And speaking of which, I could probably take a few moments to learn how to pronounce that correctly. Smoke Dagger was by far the most voted for dagger in the poll that I hosted, aside from the Mochi one. And if I were to ever get a New Year Takumi, I wouldn't be foddering him in the first place. So that one was kind of a dump option, but I had to include it anyway because I would be asked why not. And it's valuable information for the future anyway. I took the advice well on board, did my own research also, and found that Smoke Dagger overall got a lot more value than maybe the Rogue Dagger. Rogue Dagger is pretty close. It offers some very good value also. It just kind of goes to show that investment into nearly any unit can make them viable, and I kind of want to have this video be as a small testament to it. Speaking of which, when I do my commentary and overall content, I kind of want to veer in the direction of conveying more motivational messages as far as the game is concerned, you know, more positive content. I kind of want you guys to look forward to what I might have to say about one thing or another when it comes to videos. At least I'm hoping anyway. And as you're looking over these IVs here, you're probably thinking that I did that on purpose. I definitely did not. I definitely did not. And I swear I didn't. Those just so happen to be the best IVs I had available to me. Yes, in all of my potential Ikes, all of my potential Sorens, that's the best I had to choose from. Anything that happened to be like plus speed or plus attack ended up being a bane in another important stat. I think Soren was the one that had that plus speed but minus attack or something. I don't quite remember. But if I would have had optimal IVs, I definitely would have went for them. I wouldn't have, you know, blindly merged them. I was definitely doing my research on them. Anyway, just in the span of spending 20,000 feathers just to give Kagero a new weapon, she has made a full 720 as far as being on my arena team goes. When she was wielding the poison dagger, she was a legitimate liability. I had plenty of difficulty utilizing her in both the player and enemy phase. I didn't actually have that many infantry units that I could get value from her out of. And for the most part, Ike and Soren really does cover a broad spectrum of units in the first place, not leaving a heck of a lot for the niche ability to have bonus damage against infantry units. Now, I've also got her with the Attack Plus 3 A skill and the Swordbreaker B skill. You might be questioning those options, but they are the way they are because, well, first and foremost, I need SP for a lot of the new skills that I do want to give her, like Fury. Fury doesn't synergize well with breaker skills, and if I'm going to be doubling things anyway with a breaker, I don't really need the extra speed from it, so might as well just dump it all into attack, right? Okay. Since I'm running Kagero instead of any blue unit, and I replaced Ninian and are using Azura now, my blue character is MIA, therefore I do need some sort of red check, and the speedy sword units definitely give me trouble, and the Swordbreaker cancels out the quick riposte on the very strong tanky sword units as well, covering a lot of bases. Otherwise, other options I have considered for Kagero include Wind and Water Sweep, which are definitely awesome options, I think. I might even be tempted to fodder my Alm away. I might be tempted. I'm thinking about it. Mostly because I also want to save Desperation. I want to give Micaiah the Brash Desperation combo. That would be fun. And in this particular case, as far as Kagero's concerned, I think that Fury would be better than Life and Death in this case, mostly because she has that extra resistance bulk. Jumping up to 31 when she gets danced by Azura there. With Fury, that would bump her up to 34, which gives her a nice hybrid phase utility there, so she doesn't take too much damage. As you can see, she's bullying Arvis right now. She's going to debuff Spectrum on the remaining units, and they're going to have absolutely pathetic stats by comparison now, and I should be able to just walk all over them. Let's give that a try, huh? Okay. And Effie's going to get absolutely nuked. Smoke Dagger is really awesome. I really like it. Thank you for the suggestions. Really great. In fact, I'm so happy with Kagero that she actually found her way onto one of my legitimate teams. And that was my debuff team, which I've renamed to Debuff Divas. Jafar ended up being put on another team, which he actually serves a very good purpose, and now that team is much better for having him as well. So overall, this is definitely a huge boost in my team utility. I forgot to record footage of the Debuff Divas, so if you want to see this team comp and see all their builds and whatnot, maybe an explanation or two of how well they work together, go ahead and join the Discord down below and come say hi. Also, in the Discord, we are going through something we are calling the Gamageddon, which is the reason for the background images being the way they are. So since I'm on the topic, I might as well explain that a little bit, huh? Let's go. I don't remember exactly how it started, but I think it was something that got started in voice chat, and I like to take funny things and dial them up to 1,000,000. And that's kind of what happened. All of our emojis are Ga-related, which is that raging cockatoo, or whatever its origin is. Not sure exactly how long the Gamageddon is going to last. It's probably just going to last until it's not funny anymore. Anyway, back on topic. Kagero, like I said, has made a full 720. Completely changed my opinion of her in the first place because I thought she was a completely underwhelming unit despite having decent stats in the first place, especially in attack. Mine being plus speed gives her that edge to be competitive with the other potential strong offensive dagger units in the game like Zoth and New Year Takumi. Just by switching out her weapon for something better really changed my opinion of Kagero as a whole. Which kind of got me thinking that because Poison Dagger now is so underwhelming, I was wondering if they might come out with a refine for that, which I don't think would be too terrible. I know a lot of people would be uneasy to hear of a potential Poison Dagger refine, but I'm thinking if they don't go too overboard, it would be just fine. Just give her like +3 attack, and then added effectiveness against armors as well. And even that may be some touchy territory too, but when you think about it, the vast majority of armored units have already very high defense in the first place, so I think instead of straight up nuking armor units, this would just give some extra utility, be able to secure some kills from weak units, instead of just doing 0 damage forever times infinity. I do have Vantage on her, but I don't like the idea of mixing double Savage Blow, a generally player phase build, with Vantage. I probably wouldn't want to put my low health character in a situation in which to utilize Vantage in the first place, especially if I can't guarantee myself the fact that she wouldn't die. So, I don't know. She's there. I'll tell you what, guys. It's a very satisfying feeling to take what you once thought was a pity breaker and actually utilize her in such a great way. Oh, hi, Oniric. What the fuck is this? Where's your ace skill? What the fuck? Where is your ace skill? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, so she got big old titties!